There are tons of new construction homes popping up all over Irvine. If you're considering purchasing a new construction home in Irvine, you have found the right video. Today, I'm going to be breaking down everything that you'll need to know before purchasing one of these new construction homes in Irvine, California. Stay tuned. Hello and thank you for tuning in. My name is Garrett Gahn. I'm your Orange County Realtor and host of YouTube's Living in OC. I'm a real estate agent here in Southern California, and whether you're looking to buy, sell, relocate, or just know all that there is to know about living in Orange County, California, you've come to the right place. And whether you're making a move in 9 days or 9 months, reach out to me. I'm looking forward to making that moving process as absolutely seamless as possible. So, as I mentioned in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down everything that you'll need to know about buying a new construction home in the city of Irvine, California. Let's jump right into it. The first thing that you're going to need to consider before purchasing a new construction home in Irvine is what neighborhood you're going to choose to live in. Now, I will say you really can't go wrong with anywhere that you choose to live in Irvine. It's really just going to come down to your specific preferences. Irvine overall is an amazing city for a multitude of reasons. To start, Irvine has an award-winning school district and has some of the absolute best education in the nation for K through 12 and beyond. Irvine also hosts tons of amazing parks and amenities to take advantage of. On top of that, Irvine has now been named the most safest city in America for its size for 16 consecutive years now. That's a record that no other city in America has held for that many consecutive years, which is pretty amazing in itself. With that said, if you do have a family or you plan on starting a family, I would highly recommend Irvine as a great potential place to move to in Orange County. Something else you'll certainly need to know before starting that buying process is that different communities in Irvine have different amenities to offer. Make sure you're doing your homework and researching what suburb to move to in Irvine so that you make sure the surrounding area is going to be suitable for your specific needs. Now, this is something that you want to make sure that your realtor has a very firm grasp on and is able to communicate with you before you even start the buying process. Irvine really does have a lot to offer, and each community and suburb is going to offer something a little different and unique. So make sure to have communicated those non-negotiables with your realtor before you even begin the property search. The next thing that I want you to be aware of, specifically when it comes to new construction in Irvine, is that unless you're one of the last properties to be built in the community, there's a really strong chance that there's going to be some construction going on around you. It's not uncommon at all for new homes to be being built for months, if not years, after initially breaking ground. So with that said, just anticipate that there might be some noise or commotion going on depending on the stage of progress that the specific community that you choose is in. If this is not something that you're willing to put up with for a while, then definitely choose a community that's already finished or is going to be finished soon after you move in. Now, another huge consideration to take into account when looking at Irvine new construction is going to be the Mello-Roos tax. Almost all of this new construction in Irvine is going to be subject to this Mello-Roos taxation. If you're not familiar with Mello-Roos tax, it's basically this tax assessment here in California that finances infrastructure improvements. In Irvine specifically, all of those beautiful amenities that residents here do cherish are paid for by the residents themselves. So if you're considering a new and exciting community with these new and exciting amenities, then account for this Mello-Roos tax in addition to HOA fees on top of your monthly mortgage payment. This is something I would highly recommend speaking to your realtor about with the specific costs and what you can expect to pay in extra assessment fees. Now, the last point that I want to make and drive home with you before you decide to purchase new construction here in Irvine is that working with a buyer's agent is going to be almost critical for your success. Now, it may seem that a builder in a specific community is working for you, acting friendly and making all sorts of promises, but oftentimes this does not go as planned. To be very clear, the agent that represents the builder has a job and a responsibility to secure the best possible purchase price for those properties. They represent the sellers of the homes, or in this case, the builders, and nothing more. So with that said, it makes it almost impossible for your best interest to come before the builders. Having a buyer's agent there to represent you not only secures your best interest as a priority, but it's absolutely free and doesn't cost you a dime. Have that peace of mind knowing that a good buyer's agent will be reviewing all the paperwork and making sure that all the promises are being kept on the developer's end. As a final tip, make sure that that buyer's agent is with you during your first trip, your first showing at the community. If you don't do this, you may very well end up on your own, as a lot of these builders have very strict rules as to the buyer's agent having to be present at the very first showing in order to be compensated. So just keep that in mind. And that wraps up today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions whatsoever regarding relocating, living, or buying new construction in Irvine, California, do not hesitate to drop a comment down below or reach out to me directly. I get calls, texts, and emails every single day from people just like you, and I love it. This is what I do. Lastly, if you found any value from this video, please hit that thumbs up button for me. It helps me out tremendously, and definitely consider subscribing as I'm dropping multiple videos each week for all things living in Orange County, California. Thanks again, and see you in the next video.